Memorial Arena in Brampton, Ontario, the venue for the start of Week 9 in the Arenalacrosseleague with a Friday nighter featuring the Brampton Express and the Ohsweken Bears. Hello, lacrosse fans. Lance Wynn working alongside my broadcast partner, Blair Campbell. Glad to have you with us. Let's get to our starting goalies first for the visitors from Ohsweken. It'll be Goa Abrams making his first start. And for the home side Express, Lucas Nagy comes in a perfect 3-0. First in the league in goals against average, 9.06. His save percentage, .834. Head coaches for the Bears in his sixth season, it's Ron Mouser Henry. His assistants are Clancy Almas and Chuck Brown. And for the Express, Jeff Dowling is the head coach. His first at the helm. He's joined by assistants Todd Wilfong, Dylan Evans, and Kevin Haynes. Officials for today's game, Joel Furman is the crew chief. He's joined by Mac Abbott and Simon D'Souza. And as we get ready to get underway here, Blair Campbell, glad to have you back in the booth. You had a chance to speak with both these coaches prior to the game. Maybe give us a little quick read on what they've got to say going into this.
Well, the biggest thing that the coach, that Mouser had to say was that he said, number one, we're already down 6 runners. We just want to try and keep ourselves in the game and make sure we do that. On the other side, you've got Brampton. First thing they said was they got to cut off their transition. And secondly, they said we've got to make sure we get our right players out in the floor for transition.
Speaking of which, Alex Henry with the steal there. Possession now to the Ohsweken Bears as they'll work the offensive end. Good defense as James Whiteford looking for an opening. He'll kick it out to Jake Bombury. No look again. Whiteford took his eye off it, loose in the corner. And again, time winding down in the shot clock. Going to have to let it go. Bombury gets a shot off. Good save there made by Nagy. And now Brampton will get a chance here to go to work on offense. And it's been a high, potent offense here, sitting with a 6-2 record. 4 teams, Blair, sitting atop the Arenalacrosseleague with 6-2 records.
Yeah, and right now Brampton's got a chance to have the rest of the 3 teams chasing them with having the first game of the weekend. So it's a very important game for them.
And, of course, when you talk about the Ohsweken Bears, 1-6, so they've struggled, but they've been in every game they've played in, and that's what's important. And when I had a chance to speak with Ron Henry, again, he was very positive. He's just said to me that he's just a couple bodies short.
Yeah.
And, I think that's where he's at. So we'll see how things fare as Gage Board now will work it. Nakamura will slide out on that right side. Seamus Shanahan out there on the left side. He gets it. He's working it, looking for an opening. Nothing doing there. 10 on the shot clock. That's going to be a violation. And the Bears are going to try to move it up quick. Isaac Vanderzalm. Gillis on him. Vanderzalm trying to scoop that. Does the shovel. Good save there by Nagy. And now the Express will get a chance to counter up the other way.
With Lucas missing the last couple of games, it's good for him to get those saves in quick, so he can get his feeling for the game again.
Again, Lucas Nagy leading the league in goals against average. Just 9, and Gage Board has stepped up, and he parks the first goal of this game.
Basically, in this situation, you had a missed assignment. Somebody forgot to switch at the top and allowed Gage to walk right down and get to that 15-foot line, and he just picked the top corner.
13th of the season, his first here tonight, and it's the Express with a 1-0 lead. Gage Board's been doing a little everything, Blair, and we've had a chance to see him play on the regular and taking care of the intangibles, but when his team needs offense, he can provide that.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, quick chance, and it's Estrat. So Penn Estrat has been outstanding the last 2 weeks. And to no one's surprise, he is filling the net, fills it one more time, and it's 2-0 Brampton.
And a quick look from back at the crease gets that fast break. Estrat was basically down the other end, standing by himself, but he's still, I know he scored, but it's a situation I don't like where they're taking that fast break and he's getting pushed and checked. Sometimes you got to pull that out and get yourself set up because they had a 2-on-1 coming off the bench. I understand you take the shot, but there's sometimes you got to think about it a little different.
Ryan Campbell going to tee it up right in the stick of big Wayne Hill. Hill's going to flip that backhand backwards, and they'll get it up over the timeline. Danton Miller.
I'm not sure that's where he wanted it to go, though.
Miller, the flip back, looking for Bombury. Nothing doing there. It's picked up by Medeiros. And Medeiros using his speed, looking for Van Scheppen. Can't do anything there. Back the other way. Here come the Bears. Bad pass. Couldn't connect with Miller. And the Express now will move it up with Jordan Aki.
Little sloppy right off the bat here with a lot of missed passes.
Zach Sutherland. And I'll send out my apologies to Al. You're right. It's not Sutherland, nothing like. It is Sunderland, and that's what we'll go with from now on. And you're right. He's been outstanding all season. Certainly here in the Arena Lacrosse League. Shanahan had a handle. Henry now countering the other way. Doesn't have the numbers. As good transition defense from Brampton and trying to turn that corner as Bombury, but going to be tough to beat. Nagy, I tell you, he's like a wall in between those pipes, and back come the Express. Estrad will look over. They'll start it on the right side. Cody Menzies will filter in onto that right crease spot, and it's Campbell. Campbell looking to make a move, bounces back out, tried to find a cutter, couldn't connect, and now it's Miller. Vanderzalm over the timeline. Nick Volkov on him. Volkov's had himself an outstanding first season in the Arena Lacrosse League. And Hill now. Wayne Hill, defender on him, slides it down. Big shot there, and an easy save made is Jonah Mohawk from well out. And Volkov now will move it up for the Express. Draminsky out there with Mikhail Chulin. And working with Board. Board will swing it around. Sutherland looking for something. Backhand pass in tight, probably ill-advised. Scooped up, though, by Draminsky. Good save made there by Abrams. And offensive board goes to Brampton. They'll get a fresh clock, and it's Geoffroy. Mitchell Geoffroy goes to the sidearm. Tried to slide that through a crowd, and Abrams was well aware of that. Now they're going to have to move it up in a hurry as Dan Miller playing on the defensive side of things, usually an offensive threat. Different story here with an underman Ohsweken squad. Looking to curl around. Big shot. DeWitt Martin. Good save made by Nagy. And ahead all alone is Boyle. Boyle, wrong stick side, tiptoes the crease and caught a little bit of that white. And sometimes, Blair, you just have too much time.
Well, let's just say Brock's not the swiftest offensive guy. But you know what? Maybe his feet are just a little too big, and he just caught that white line.
Hey, cut Brock some slack, will you? Down low, 1-2, through the 5-hole. That was a beauty finish right there. So on the board for the Bears. And that will.
This comes off a misplayed loose balls. Estrak got caught on the wrong side, and man, did they ever. It was 1-on-2 on the crease. You can't let that happen.
Marcus Curry on the doorstep had Nagy at his disposal, and there aren't too many netminders, period, in this sport are going to be able to do much. And Volkov had a notion, took a one-hander from Wayne Hill, backed off, now Gage Board. They'll work it. Sutherland peeling out late, goes to the bounce. That one went off a defender, picked up by Henry. And the Bears now going to try to move it up in transition. Spencer Martin gets it over, and there's Dan Miller's shot right on target. And the Express now move it the other way. Keeping an eye on Ryan Campbell, of course. Menzies will dump it back. Campbell surveying. Has a defender on him, kicks it back out. Geoffroy looking for an opening, 10 on the shot clock. Geoffroy dumps it in to Campbell, and Campbell working in a closet. Beauty finish there.
Nice finish by Campbell off the screen. He actually set 2 screens right there, but the third screen that he set, or the last screen he set, no, right there, you'll see nobody. He had that step stick to the inside. You got to get that ball to that guy when he's got that stick to the inside like that every time.
Wayne Hill a little late on the defensive rotation, and give Ryan Campbell some credit as he worked hard. Now 3-on-2, 1-2 back of the net. Gage board. And that right there was a fast break clinic put on by the Express.
Absolutely 3 perfect passes. They picked the ball up, got the ball to the guy on the proper side of the floor, quick pass across the floor, and this forced the back defender to go towards him, and he had all night long to put that in. Nice shot, Gage.
Gage board with his second of the game. He's got 14, and off the draw again. Brampton wasting no time. Volkov dumps it down low. Nothing doing there. Good job defensively to close that off. Getting back to Ryan Campbell, he came in 15 goals, 35 assists, averaging just over 6 points a game. So not too shabby. Sutherland lets that one go, and it hovers around that goal line. Didn't go over, though, as Goen Abrams got some help from his friends. And now a zip-up pass. Whiteford looking for it, can't handle it. Miller in there battling. It's going to be Nagy, though, that comes away with it. And the outlet pass, the Express will move it up over the timeline. Just under 7 minutes to go here, opening quarter. Brampton with a 4-1 lead. Off the turnover, Henry. And he'll move it up. Curry couldn't handle the pass. Express with numbers, 3-on-2. Chellin wasn't able to pocket it the first time. Played to Karam, got the rebound. DeWitt Martin on him. And Geoffroy will settle things down. The Vanderzon playing in that offensive end, and that's going to be a time violation, and that will take us right to our first officials timeout. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back with more first quarter action. Back here at Memorial Arena in Brampton, Lance Wynn alongside Blair Campbell, kicking off Week 9 in the Arenalacrosseleague with our Friday night affair. Of course, the Express trying to remain atop the standings, sitting there with a 6-2 record as our 3 other teams joining them, and now it's Martin. Dumps it back, couldn't connect, and it's going to be Estrat, the wheels. Tried to go 5-hole, and that one's up and out of play. You could see where he was sniffing, Blair. He just wasn't able to execute.
Needs to get a little less practice on the garage door and a little bit more on the smaller net.
All right. Too much on that screen and roll, the Bears, and now here come the Express. Gillis jumps out in the rush. Good save by Abrams as he kicked that one aside. Bears looking to counter the other way with Danton Martin. Sorry, Miller. Danton will kill me if he heard that. Miller, his shot wide. Whiteford trying to swim his way into a better shooting spot. Not able to do anything. McDonald able to get it up. 2-on-1. Express, Gage board. Dumps it off. Good hands and good finish. Jonah Beam. I tell you, if you're open, Gage board will find you.
Yeah, and that time They played it smart. They got the ball to the right guy, hit the guy on the other side. The time right before that, they didn't do that. Instead of passing the ball to the other side, he tried the shot. This one was very, very well played by Gageport.
Give Thomas McDonald some credit. He was the one that was able to just get it over the offensive line and create that 2-on-1 and back to work on offense with just over 5 minutes to go. Are the Express. Shanahan swinging around. Sunderland looking for an opening. Peels back out. Kicks it back to Jerminski. Jerminski, he'll try. Gets a step. And too much bounce. And there's going to be an interference call. Possession will stay right here. Fresh clock for the Express. Campbell, he'll swing it around to the half-board's left side. Jerminski looking for the flip. Dump to Shanahan in tight. Campbell now in the dotted half circle, not able to get a hold of it. And here come the Bears.
I think the biggest thing right now for Brampton is don't look at the fact you got a 4-goal lead. Keep the pedal to the metal. Don't quit.
That's important. That shovel pass had a man on that crease, wasn't able to get it to him in time. Whiteford, no reset, under 10. Quick pass, underhand, wide of the mark. Rebound, Gageport. He's got numbers. Estrat, the wheels. Goes to the bounce. This one again wide. Karam, good job by Board. Stayed over, but a great heads-up play by Vanderzalm, and that should have probably been a delay of game there. As you know, you're not allowed to touch that ball once the whistle goes. Dan Miller looking for something. Vanderzalm couldn't pocket that tough pass. And Nagy now with an outlet will send away Volkov. Volkov, doesn't take him long to get over that timeline. He'll swing it around and he'll set things up on the right side. Wait for all the rest of the offense. 3:40 to go, opening quarter. Joffroy, the spin, beauty back feed, and Jerminski tried to feather that one in on Abrams. Nothing doing. Vanderzalm working one-on-one, trying to peel his way in. Good team defense there by the Express as they close that middle rate off and close Vanderzalm off in the process. Sunderland. One-on-one, he's tough, very explosive, got a great first step. Let's that shot go. Oh, gee, he's explosive, Blair. Sunderland, again, getting the job done. Beauty sidearm finish.
And just an absolute great shot. He used the guy, his own defender, as a screen right there and just picked the top corner. He was going to his right and put the ball back to his left. And that's where Abrams was moving with him. So he had his momentum going to the right, and the ball went back to the left.
That is his first of the game, 24th goal of the season to go along with 24 helpers. So he is sitting second in the league standings in goal total. And he has been an offensive force. 6-1, the Express in control here. Campbell swinging around. Bounce shot, wide of the mark, no reset. 5 on the shot clock. Campbell on the run. Too much bounce on that one. And now Martin will pick it up. Try to work it over the timeline. Got past Campbell, but couldn't get by Joel Furman, the crew chief, and quickly, as you saw, Boyle almost had that in a one-hand grab. Bailed out by Beam. Beam spins off a defender. Going to be a delayed penalty coming, probably a high stick, as Joffroy now will settle it down with 12 on the shot clock. Into the final 2 minutes, first quarter. Too much on that, as we're going to have our first penalty of the game, and it's going to go to the Ohsweken Bears.
He's calling it a slash, but I think you were right. The slash was a little high above the shoulders. I think it could have been a high stick, but you know what? Whatever he calls it, one of the two of them, as long as he gets it right.
I'm mad at him either way. The power play clicking quite well for Brampton, working at a 64% efficiency rate. Bears, their penalty kill at just 34%. So if you do the math stats-wise, certainly favors the Express, working it around. Campbell out there with Sunderland. Sunderland trying to filter his way in, and that pass gets intercepted in transition. Vandersholm in alone. A big save by Nagy. Shrugged his shoulders, kept that one out, and back the other way come the Express. They don't have the numbers quite yet. Good defense by the Bears. And now Campbell, Sutherland will work it on that right side. Jerminski will filter in, and working on that left shooter is Geoffroy. And Sutherland able to creep right in. And out of that door, big hands, Marcus Curry trying to bounce off Volkov. Gets a trailer. Whiteford, wrong stick side. Another shoulder shrug right there from Nagy. Here come the Express, under a minute to go. Van Scheppen got the wheels going. Takes a shot off the post. Rebound. Picked up. And it's Schellen with the finish.
In that situation, Brampton is kind of lucky that ball on the shot from Van Schellen went off the post and just happened to come right back to a guy that was lucky, because that was, in reality, not a high percentage shot that he took when you got a man advantage and you got a 3-on-1, basically. But
I'd have to agree with you there, Blair. Probably a pass would have been the better way to go, but what a perfect carom. What are the chances of that happening, in 10 tries? But right to Mikael Schellen, and he buried it. A 6-1 lead for the Express. 30 seconds to go here, opening quarter. Ford will swing it around. Left side. Campbell on the run. Backhand feed. Again, as that shot wide of the mark.
Well, I'll tell you what, I haven't seen many balls like that go into the rafters in Brampton. This is a pretty high rink. That thing hit the edge of the boards and went straight up.
You hit the rafters here at Memorial. Woo, you put some air on that.
Amen.
10 on the game clock. Bears go to the bounce shot. So a little bit of a momentum boost for the Ohsweken Bears, getting one late with 7.6 seconds to go, and it's Jake Bombury.
It was a great shot by Bombury. I mean, there's not a whole lot Brampton could do defensively from here. He was falling to his right as a left-hand shot right at the dotted line, and I can guarantee you that's one that Nagy is probably sitting there cursing himself about, saying, boy, I want that one back.
First of the game, Volkov trying to take advantage right off the draw, and that will do it. 15 minutes are in the books. The Express in control, leading this one 6-2. We'll be back with second quarter action. Welcome back. All set for second quarter action here at Memorial Arena.
This is a big quarter for Brampton. It's great to see Ohsweken get that goal with 7 seconds to go. But the second quarter and the fourth quarter have been quarters in Brampton's last few games where they have allowed teams to get back into it. So it's going to be a big quarter to see if they can stop that trend.
We'll see how the Bears fare. They have been in most games. And Curry with a shot. Nagy rebound picked up. Nagy with another save. So 2 big saves there from Lucas Nagy, and can bear down. It's Alex Henry. Not sure if he took a late hit from behind. There was no call on the play, and
I don't know if he took a hit or just he fell into the Brampton player. Ouch.
Yeah, I think that was more of an inadvertent collision than a hit. Either way, here come the Express now. Back the other way. First possession of the second quarter. Jaminski looking for Campbell. Campbell trying to turn the corner, kick it back out. Sutherland's pass to Nakamura, can't connect, knocked down. And a good job by Jaminski to read that, get a stick up in the passing lane, and give his team another full possession. Chullen. Sutherland looking for an opening, and he can shoot it from anywhere, that's for sure. Peels back out, 15 on the shot clock. Campbell with his shot goes off the post. Rebound. Campbell tracks it down. Good offensive board. Dump down on the cut. Beauty cut. Pass, and not so much on the finish as caught some of the iron there. But again, fresh clock for Brampton, and Chullen goes down. And
we got 2 penalties coming. We got 2.
Looks like 2 as Nagy makes the long run, and 10 on the shot clock. Net empty, extra attacker, and there's the finish right there. So Geoffroy steps up on the delayed penalty and picks up a big one here to keep that lead where it should be. Geoffroy's first to the game. He's got 8 on the season. And it's an 8-2 lead.
Well, I had sworn I had one referee with his arm already up down here, and then the play in the middle, I thought it was 2 penalties coming.
Well, that's why we don't let you wear stripes, Blair, because you're just going to abuse the privilege. So
I can't show you my stripes.
Listen, there's nothing on this telecast you need to show me, okay? Tell you that. As good defense, board. And that quick stick from Estrat always seems to be working on high octane. Henry, wrong stick side. Big save, Nagy. Rebound, tiptoed along that white line, and they'll get it up, and it's McDonald. So Nagy doing what he does, as he has kept these Bears at bay. Chullen. Shanahan on the cut. Swings it around. Menzies, good skip pass, too much on it. Ball loose. 10 on the shot clock. Cutter as Chullen was floating through the middle. And Vanderzalm now with a good pass up. Curry. Zips one. Whiteford steered aside by Nagy. Danton Miller stepping into one. Good fake again. Nagy rebound again through the wickets, but touch nothing and off the netting, and Brampton trying to counter back the other way in a hurry with Boyle. And Boyle went down awkwardly on that play. And he's slow moving, as he may not be able to move that left leg. I think that's the case, as Brock Boyle doesn't want to put any pressure on it, and it's important that he stays right where he is.
I think he needed about 6 more inches in height to be able to catch that pass. That was a little bit out of the reach.
Yeah, that was an NBA pass for sure. I'm not quite sure there's anyone in the building that could have handled that. And
I know he's had a bad groin, but this looks more like it's an ankle than anything else, and could be one of these contributed to the turf.
Well, you're right, and the Ohsweken Bears lost one of their top players in Lucas Beaver to a twisted knee. He could be done for the remainder of the season. That is a big blow for them.
Just what Mauser needs.
Miller looking for an opening. Curry on the screen and roll. Couldn't connect. Ball loose. Now it's Aki. Moves it up to Estrat. Estrat can't get it. Selfish had it for a minute, had it taken away, and back come the Bears. That pass had a little much air on it. Good job by Wayne Hill to play that. And that's going to be possession to the Express, no matter how you slice it. And Brampton now will work it on the half board's left side. Minsky out there with Nakamura and Sutherland. Chullen. That shot underhand. Good save made by Abrams, and quick pass up. It's Vanderzalm trying to turn the corner on Volkov. Takes a good hard check, and that's still checking from behind regardless. So a delayed penalty coming, and so a checking from behind call will give the Ohsweken Bears their first power play of this game. Come in working at a 54% efficiency, and the Express would have had a power play earlier in the first quarter, but they scored on the delay with the extra attacker on. So Bears go to work now. Whiteford at the top. He's out there with Danton Miller on the left side. And Whiteford shot, rebound picked up, tried to scoop that in was DeWitt Martin. And now the Express will look to burn some clock. Board has Chullen with him, kicks it back out, beam over to Chullen. And that rebound will go over the timeline and possession to the Bears. And I tell you, Blair, one of the things that I've been really impressed with this Brampton team is how well they share the ball.
Yeah, they do, and there's times when they should be sharing it more as far as their transition situation goes, but no, they're moving the ball really well. More importantly, they're getting off-ball movement from the players.
Miller with a beauty fake, a handball called. You don't see that too often here, and Whiteford now back at the top.
That's what you call reaction.
Miller changes the angle, had that one tipped. No reset, 20 on the clock. A minute left in the power play. Whiteford, dump off. Tried to go low, but Nagy closed that off. And now on the run, here come the Express. Beam. Board. And Sutherland quick out of that back door, but good job on the coverage as he was marked quite well. Jeff Roy, wrong stick side, 40 seconds to burn here. 10 on the shot clock. Going to try to peel out of some trouble, look for some help in Menzies. Switch hands and switch back. Shot on net, on target. So a good job on a good shift by Beam. And now DeWitt Martin will move it up. 20 seconds left here in the man advantage. Jonah Mohawk in that right shooter spot. Wayne Hill with a BB underhand.
Wow.
Man,
that
oh man.
Was an absolute bullet. And it's one of those shots that's the hardest shot for a goaltender to stop. The old rising underhand, when you bring that from low to high, the goalie has to commit going down thinking it's going that way, and it's like a center fielder in baseball. When you come in on it, you can't get back, and that's exactly what that is.
Wayne Hill with his first of the game. 8-3 now with under 9.5 to go. Second quarter off the draw. It's Medeiros. Skips it over. Chullen on the release there. He'll track down that rebound, pick it up. Fresh 30 for the Express. Jerminski will pull it back out, send it over to Campbell. Campbell working one-on-one left side. Gets a screen, looking for an opening, dumps it off. Nakamura couldn't get a hands on it. Menzies was looking for Campbell cutting. Nothing doing. Jerminski bails them both out. Campbell sniffing. Had Menzies in the middle of that dotted half circle. 7 on the shot clock. Need a shot. That shot wide of the mark, and that's going to go into the offensive end possession. And that's going to be a delay of game. So I thought that Board had actually touched it
He did.
before the whistle went. But Chief Joel Furman says no, that's a delay, and I guess you figure split second here or there.
Well, Board's comment, I could hear it from here, was I didn't touch it. Well, yeah, you did make contact with it. And you make contact with that, you know you can't touch the ball when it's on the floor on an over and back.
Second power play opportunity for the Bears. Same unit out there with Curry, who got wrapped up by Estrat, shrugged him off. 10 on the shot clock. That pass goes errant. And Nagy now will have it. They'll move it up. Aki's going to have to beat a man and get it over the timeline. He does without a problem. He'll put on the brakes. Hold up. Wait a minute. He'll retreat to the bench. And the Express now will look to kill some of this time here. 1:20 to go in the penalty. Campbell going for a bit of a run. Got Kessler Doolittle on him. DeWitt Martin right there looking and tried to slide that off Abrams' back. And nothing doing there. That was worth a try, really.
With that amount of time left on the shot clock, for sure it was.
Absolutely, as Wayne Hill now out there. Danton Miller's going to play the top. Vanderzalm heading over to that right crease spot. Kick back out. Miller. Good job by Estrat. On the curl. Looking for Whiteford. Get it back. Miller, wrong stick side on target. Good save by Nagy. Rebound to the Bears. Pick it up, 40 seconds to go. Whiteford. Miller. Slides under. Good save by Nagy. I tell you, Dan Miller has been good. He's had a couple of good moves to create a scoring opportunity. Got some room now. Not quite sure about that pass. Gets it himself. Backhand again. Good save. Whiteford in tight. Nagy closed it off. Miller again. Nagy, another good save. Whiteford. He'll peel back out. Fresh clock. 10 left. 10 seconds left in the penalty. Kick out. Vanderzalm wide of the mark. So had their chances for sure and nothing doing, and it looks like that went deflected.
Yeah, they've called it Ohsweken ball.
So it's going to be Bears ball, but in the meantime, between time, we're going to have our officials timeout. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back. Tail end of this Ohsweken power play. 4 seconds left. And Miller swinging around, and that didn't last long, as it looks like we're going to have another penalty. And judging by the body language and the slow stroll, it looks like Wayne Hill is going to be the guilty party.
Well, I'm pretty sure that you can't play with two sticks, especially if one of them is from the other teams.
Well, and you're from the old school, Blair. So
hey, the more sticks I got, the better.
You've seen the rules change over the years, so I completely understand. Never two sticks, only one. Got it. Back to work on the power play. Sutherland this time's at the top. He's out there with Campbell on that left side. On the right side, it's Estrat and Chellin. Sutherland moving in, and you let him move in. That's danger, danger. As that shot wide of the mark. Going to have to get a quick shot on that. Geoffroy, he does, on target. And a good job by Abrams. And he'll send away Henry. Henry, back door, on the money. Curry bounces in. No goal, creased the call. As Marcus Curry, just a little too much on the contact, wasn't able to stay out of that creased area.
I know my eyesight's not great for an old guy, but I saw that one from up here.
You are an old guy, that's for sure. Sutherland back to work, swings it back over. Chellin right in the post and up, right in the middle of the dotted half circle and on the run. And that's going to go netminder to netminder with 5.5 to go here in the first half. Geoffroy teed that one up. Rebound picked up. And good hands there by Martin. Martin peels off. Martin trying to weave his way in and crease the call there. And the Express now will move it up, 30 seconds left in the man advantage. See, they'll be a little more deliberate here with Jerminski at the top. Sutherland inching his way in that right shooter spot. And they'll work it down the left. Skip pass. Kick out. Sutherland going to tee that up. Goes to the underhand. Good save by Abrams. He'll pick that up. And an outlet goes away just a little too high there for Blake Halliday. And he's not able to get it up. And that looks like Estrad. Horsley. My apologies. McDonald swinging around. Chullen. Under 4.5 to go. Chullen fakes the shot, walks right in, and buries it. So, boy, you talk about selling the fake. Mikhail Chullen with his second of the game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, that's one that Sturgis Sundown would love to have back, because did he ever buy this hook, line, and sinker? Right here, you'll notice he winds up for the shot, and he just turns his complete back to it. And actually, that ball actually looked like it hooked coming out of his stick, because it looked like he was going for the far corner, and it ended up going short side, and there wasn't much room there.
That was the shortest of short sides. You're absolutely right. I initially thought it had gone 5-hole, but then on the replay, you can see as Beam wins that battle, and he'll work it up over the timeline. The Express have put together a solid half here. Campbell, wrong stick side. That's well wide of the mark, and possession will go back the other way to the Bears.
Not a good shot on that situation with that much time left in the shot clock and not having numbers.
Whiteford. Get no argument from me on that. Whiteford, duck it in. Peels back out. Good defense by the Express. Curry, the flip. Miller, got to take that, and Nagy just got enough to steer that one wide. Now it's Volkov. He's got numbers, got board with him. Volkov takes the shot, and that was probably a good decision there as he picks the corner, 10-3.
That was one of those times where it was a good shot. You got to the dotted line, slightly inside. You made a real nice fake to sell the goaltender and the defender, and you went down far side.
Volkov, one of those transition players, and you know, Blair, when you can get some offensive production from your transition guys, that could be the difference in the game.
It very well can, and any coach will tell you, we want anytime we can get any goals from our D transition guys, it's a bonus to us. But it's the biggest thing I say to them, that any team, it doesn't have to be Brampton, it doesn't have to be Ohsweken, any team, like I say, there's a time to do it. And there's a time when your transition guy has to realize that my chance isn't there right now. I'm probably better. There's 24 seconds. We're over the timeline. We've got 2-on-4. Let's pull it back out and reset and let our offense get a chance to do it.
Decisions.
Yep.
Let's just take a look, of course, this Week 9 kicking off here tonight. Tomorrow, 2 games, 3 o'clock at Children's Arena. It'll be the Toronto Monarchs and the Oshawa Outlaws. 2 teams battling for that top spot, sitting with 6-2 records. That should be a good one.
It will be a good one.
Then in the evening, it'll be Peterborough taking on Whitby. Follow that, of course, Peterborough winless, but Whitby, the other third team, sitting at 6-2, and can't count them out for sure. Sunday, it's Six Nations against Paris. So good lineup, and things are going to be awfully interesting when this weekend is over. McDonald plays the carom off that wide shot, and numbers now for the Express. Teams back to full strength as we're just over 3 minutes to go here, first half.
That's one of the situations I'm talking about. Medeiros and I don't know who the other one was with him, I can't remember, would have been better to come to the bench. Get your offense out there. Now they don't have to be down to 15 seconds on the shot clock.
Bombury got a head of steam going. Has a trailer with him. On the run, Martin. That shot stopped as it was right in the breadbasket for Nagy. And now the other way is McDonald. He'll send it over, and they will hold up. Wait a minute. Wait for the offense. Chellin has logged a lot of time on offense in this game, and he's responded. Menzies ducks in, goes to the sidearm. Good save there. Ball loose. Didn't know it was there, and Gillis does a good job keep it on this side of the line, but the Bears recover and pick it up. Out the back door, Wayne Hill has Danton Miller with him, sends it over to Henry. Henry will curl out, find Curry from way out. That shot well wide of the mark. Nagy will gobble that rebound up, and a good outlet pass will send away Board. Under 2 minutes now. Campbell, good first step, flip back. Board sizing it up, waits for Sutherland. Good pass. Sutherland think better of it. Dump it back in. That is what I'm talking about. Sharing the rubber. Outstanding work by the Express.
Great look off by Gage Board where he had Ryan Campbell cutting down, and he looked him off. Let Campbell go around behind the net. The ball came out, and then once it was a one-man, one-on-one, and you got Campbell on the crease by himself, it was a great feed and a great one-timer. That's one of those things you got to watch your toes, though.
Well, I tell you, I like what Sutherland did there, and deciding as Volkov using his size and decided that he didn't have enough room to work with, peeled back out, and then got that other opportunity. And, hey, he could have taken that shot, but he found Ryan Campbell wide open for the easy finish.
And I think Volkov is going to play a big part for Brampton on their defense with the loss that Brampton suffered in the last 2 games, or 2 players that they've lost. It's going to be big. He's going to have to come up big for them.
Well, there's going to be a few guys that are going to have to step up, and I think that's the case for a number of different teams. There have been some trades around the Arena Lacrosse League. Menzies in tight. Cody Menzies with the finish. Looking a little different as we take a look here. Menzies, good hands.
Yeah, and absolutely a great pass by Board. Defense just didn't go with him right there, just stayed right in the middle. I don't care who you are, you can't allow a guy to have 3 or 4 fakes and take 2 steps across in front of your goaltender. Can't happen.
Well, anytime you're inside that dotted half circle, that's offensive territory, Blair. So Wayne Hill sizing it up as Curry, and incidental, but a penalty nonetheless. We're under a final minute here, and rebound loose in that dotted half circle. Still loose. Hill battling for it. And Jordan Medeiros.
You could just see the look. If we ever get to replay this, you could just see the look on Van Scheffren's face because he just ran in and he just put his hand down to him. It's like, oh, jeez. My bad.
Third power play attempt here for the Bears. They're 1 for 2. And it's Whiteford out there at the top. Wayne Hill in that left shooter spot. Keep an eye out. He has a bullet. That shot goes off a helmet. Will stay the same place from Jonah Mohawk, sitting in that right shooter spot. That one knocked down again.
Great job by Board getting his stick up there in the way.
20 seconds to go here, first half. Wayne Hill slides over. Whiteford looking for an opening, bounces it back out, kicks it, and what a save made by Nagy.
Wow.
As he slid over to his left and got that leg out. 10 on the game clock. Quick pass up. That's going to go off the boards, and Estrat's going to get it. Try to leg it with 5 seconds left. He's going to try to make a curl. Shot, he scores with no time on the clock, and they're going to say 1 second left on the clock, and man, oh man, Penn Estrat, one of those times, Blair, when a little bit of sense of urgency paid off.
Definitely saw that ball go in the net. before we heard the horn go off. What a great move by Estras. I know I'm critical of him sometimes, but that clock is down, and there you go. Absolutely great play.
1 second left on the clock, so Bears did it with 7 seconds left, and now the Express will match that. And it's 11-3 what we've got here on our scoreboard. Either way, 30 minutes are in the books. The Express putting on a clinic here. We'll take a break. We'll be back with quarter number 3 here from Memorial Arena.
I got
Brett Longboat has made a living posting up inside that dotted half circle, and when the big man with good hands gets it down there, it's money in the bank. Now this was just Longboat being on the doorstep and able to fish this one out ahead of Deacon Knott. Deacon Knott almost had it, went for it, but Longboat, once he got that knot, you could see and you see him dishing right to Wittich, right stick side, and that fake to the left and back to the right. No chance for Deacon Knott. Goes 5-hole and Deacon Knott laying on the carpet. I don't even know how he saved that, but definitely not in his house. Be about that. Hopefully they're watching at home, as they are just between Wyerton and Owen Sound. So John will pick up the rebound. Great fake. John St. John goes to the quick shot. Wicket, and Dusty Hill laying on that rubber. Vern Tricky Hill, 66. Oh, big save, Deacon Knott. Set that play up and give some credit there. Big save there by Longboat. But then the spectating started for the Snipers, and Rogers just found Laskowicz right there on the doorstep, and he's not going to miss those. So Hanrahan has gotten some shots off here, and boy, you talk accuracy, we had a great angle of it here. Wrong stick side, but boy, you can see just that little room between the wickets. Looking to set a screen. Good move. Whiteford, and Beaver has Beaver on the drop off. Lucas Beaver, what a save! Big save right there. Ending job defensively, and that's going to take us to our first officials timeout. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back.
Here we have Ohsweken's down just 4-on-5. They just did a little split play and get Lucas Beaver wide open, and unfortunately, Caleb Martin comes with a big save on him. Well, you look at this. He just takes an outside pass. Winds up for a shot. Goalie's nightmare. Deflection off the guy's helmet. You know what I mean? Goalie's thinking it's going far side, and Caleb Martin just got stuck. Like a shot that the guy wasn't ready for, and then we find it here in the corner. He just beats two guys with no help coming back to help. He tiptoes that line. Far side, nice goal.
Beauty goal by Wayne Hill, a big man, very agile. Backhand pass, heads up on the back door. Wrong stick side, Johnson, quick over. Whiteford, what a save there with the left glove.
Just a little scrambling play, gets the ball over the pointer. He's on the far side looking at Johnny Clerk, cuts through the middle, wide open. Short side, nice shot.
Well, I like that full extension by Boyd. If he doesn't catch that pass, it goes off the boards. The 2.
Oh, I think he's going to get 4 or 7.
So high stick he called.
Yeah, so basically he's going to get the mugging early when Goddard's or Osborne was over here on the side. He just pounds him to the ground, right? That's you know, it's on his back. And here he turns back into him. We're going to go 5 minutes probably on that one. Yeah, you know what you just have here, just again, guy, the goalie's facing hard to the shooter and cannot react quick enough to get back. And you know, when you're on the carpet, it's tough for that goalie sometimes. You get that step.
And now Q. And Q picks the corner. Alex Q has been a transition demon here, and it's 2-0 Paris. Good fake, dumps it off, a little late with the pass. Kaminga still trying to corral it. Kaminga goes to the far corner. Mason Kaminga, another one of those transition players getting the job done for his team. No reset, 10 on the shot clock. Slides it over. Davis, quick pass, Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer looking to get a step. So some great work taking advantage as Parker Pfeiffer with his 16th goal of the season. Doesn't have the numbers, peels out, finds Van Scheppen. Van Scheppen going to go around Zulian and tries to get a shot off and scores. So I don't think Bailey Brown knew exactly where he was, but Cosgrove, and Agus, good long pass, wasn't able to corral that. Does pick up the loose ball, goes to work one-on-one. Hunter Agus, great stick check at the last second. Trying to turn that corner. Simonelli looking to dump it off. Rex, nothing doing on the screen and roll. And Bailey Brown on the money. Eklund with another finish. Transition goal. So Eklund making a habit of that. And almost got it back, got knocked down. Williams, wrong stick side. Corbett backhand. Patrick Corbett had limited options, went to the backhand and found the back of the net. Corbett with his first goal of the game, 10th of the season. Buck swinging around, follows, wide open Corbett, tucks that in the far corner, and the Monarchs are rolling now. One more time, Q decides to, with the early jump, and Buck now will set up the offense. Buck gets a screen. Good defense. Williams, little shake and bake on Q. Couldn't get by him. Curls back out. That pass going to be a chore to keep it. Davis does a great job swinging around. 10 on the shot clock. Dance.
Trying to find a lane. Hayes in the white with a shot, and he scores. Opening up the scoring in his first game is Blaze White for the Timbermen. Up high to Campbell, leading scorer here. Goes across Sunderland with the shot. Masters equal with the save. And another save off the rebound, but it does go in. Sam Dramnaski puts it up and off Ryan Masters' shoulders and in on the power play. Passes over to Van Scheppen, waiting for the offense to get out there on the floor. Challen gets it down low. They're trying to catch the Timberman on a change. Boom. To cause that turnover, gets a shot, big save. The Challen picks up the rebound, and he puts it 5-hole on Masters. He made the first save. Nothing there. Back up high, Bradshaw with the shot. He scores. Up and over, Aaron Bradshaw started it off. Passes it down low, gets it back, and he lets one fly there. Caleb Bigney with the pass back up high and gets it in for the Timbermen here. Puts it back to Riley Curtis. Hard pass across there to Bradshaw, up to McNutt. Thinks he has it, but he doesn't. And the Express are off to Van Scheppen again with it. Another shot, and he scores again. Timbermen have successfully killed off the second penalty of the game. Back to five-a-side. Dramanatsky working it down low to board. Finds one inside there. Sunderland with a quick shot, but Masters with a big save. Looks for Campbell up high, but he can't handle the pass. Owen Dale picks it up. Got a breakaway here. And it's a tweener between the legs. Little twister shot from Owen Dale. Putting some pressure there on the Express. And away he goes down to score and makes it a 5-3 game. Express arguing for the whistle there. There was no whistle back into play, so
Welcome back as we get locked and loaded for quarter number 3. The Brampton Express have put together an outstanding first 30 minutes, leading this one 13-3 the score. And Blair, if I could bring you in, just give me some quick thoughts about what you thought about first Brampton in that first half.
Well, right off the hop, that's the best second quarter Brampton's had this year that I have seen. Second of all, Brampton's doing a great job moving the ball around offensively, working the ball to the outside, allowing their cutters to go, and allowing the offside ball movement is important. As far as Ohsweken goes right now, they just have to get something going. And I see we've got a goaltender's change here.
We do. It looks like Marquez Stonefish now is in, taking over between the pipes for Goa Abrams. And Ohsweken with the opening possession. That shot from Henry, good save by Nagy, picked up, and here come the Express. Looking for that pass, wasn't a good one. And instead, it'll be Henry now with a snap pass over the timeline, and the Bears will go back to work on offense, working on a power play. 40 seconds to go in the man advantage. DeWitt Martin out there with Whiteford. Whiteford bounced back out. Bomber is going to try and set something up. Estrat with a good job closing. That one went off Aki's jersey. Don't know if they caught it, but they didn't. And possession now to Brampton with 20 seconds to burn in the penalty. Sunderland will look, and it's Nakamura.
No, you got to get the ball to the single side.
Sutherland, he's just going to stay there. 10 on the shot clock. Dying seconds now of the penalty, and it's over. Team's now back to full strength. Easy save made there. And it looks like it's Troy Benedict in net and not Marquez Stonefish, so I stand corrected.
There's a situation right there we were just talking about. They overloaded the left-hand side with right-hand shooters. Single guy on the right-hand side, left shooters. You got to get the ball to that side and let that guy go one-on-one if he gets the opportunity.
Great pass, Danton Miller into Vanderzalm. Vanderzalm with one hand and a man on him was able to corral it. Can't get a shot on net, though. So good defensive stand by the Express. Bears with a couple good opportunities, but turned away. Cody Menzies now. Menzies teetering on that timeline. Henry on him. He'll shake the defender and get it over. They'll start it off with Nakamura. Looking for an opening. Getting some more time on the carpet here as he bounces off one defender. In some trouble here. Coughs it up, and it's Marcus Curry. Curry looking to split two. Lets the underhand go. Tries to corral the offensive rebound. Gets some help. And battling for it in there is Mohawk. Mohawk just a little bit too much size and strength as he takes down Geoffroy, and now it'll be Menzies. Work it up. Under 12 and a half to go here, third quarter. Lanceman alongside Blair Campbell, the JBI production crew, also in the house. Glad that you've tuned in here on this Friday evening. Dump off and ill-advised as not sure where Nakamura was going with it. And the Bears now move it up. Vanderzalm left that one. That pass was just too tough. DeWitt Martin battling for it, but it's Gage Board. Board bounces off a check. Gets it in the offensive zone. He'll set it up with Chullen. Menzies half board, right side, looking for something. Skip past Gillis. Gillis corrals it. Flip back. Shanahan looking for Menzies, but he was covered down on the crease. And now Henry is going to get out of trouble. Looking for something. Finds Bombury. Bombury will swing it around to Miller. Miller and Bombury, two-man game. Whiteford steps in. Looking for something. Wrong stick side. Quick shot. And he was looking for the 5-hole. Nagy had to stick right there. And nothing doing, and it's Estrat. Board. Bounce shot. Finish. And boy, when they do it right, they make it look easy.
That's the first 3-goal man of the night for Brampton. And they have 3 other guys with 2 goals. So the goals have been spread around. But what a great job done cutting through the middle, which allowed Board, gave him probably an extra 15 feet because it drew 2 defenders to the guy going through the middle.
Well, you got to like the way the Express have been very deliberate about things. Aki now in the offensive end will get it back to Van Scheppen to set it up. There doesn't seem to be any rush, no panic. They're sharing the ball. They look very confident, very comfortable out there as Sutherland let that one go. Good save by Benedict. Rebound picked up. Fresh clock here for Nakamura. I also like, too, that they're getting some of the guys in that really haven't had a chance to get a lot of offensive work, like Nakamura, for example. Chellen's played a big role offensively in this game. On the doorstep, and Benedict with a good save there, and now Dan Miller has got a man with a Miller inside out. Good save by Nagy. And no surprise, Nagy with the best goals against average in the league, as he has been a wall.
Great pass to Ryan Campbell down on the bench on the crease there. Problem was he was leaning too far forward and couldn't stay out of the crease. Had to get the shot away before he had the net to shoot at, so to speak.
Joffroy. Good. Was eyeing that far corner, but Benedict closed that off. And now Vanderzalm will work it up. Bombury has Whiteford with him. Vanderzalm will jump in the rush as well. McDonald. Skip pass over. Vanderzalm was right on that crease. Wasn't able to pocket the pass. And here come the Express the other way. Inching toward the 9.5-minute mark, third quarter. Sutherland looking for something, thinks better of it, pulls it back out, regroups, looks to reload. Defender on him, now 2. He'll kick it back out. 10 on the shot clock. Estrad. Shanahan. Let's the overhand go.
Hey.
Seamus Shanahan
boy,
finds
Seamus.
the mark.
Finally, Seamus hits the net from outside.
Give Seamus some credit. Just went to the good old-fashioned overhand.
Yep. And a great move, stepping across the middle. He's got 3 black jerseys in the middle, uses a screen, and he just buried the shot from outside.
Not sure Sturgis Sundown didn't have a stick on that play. Not sure where his stick went. Holding his hands up, looking for it. And off the draw, Volkov. He'll pull out. And he'll dump it over to Board. Board will settle things down and wait for Nakamura.
Brampton will take this all night long if they want to keep a guy down there, and they'll go 4-on-4 all night long offensively.
Change up, good save there by Benedict. That one flipped up and now back the other way. Here come the Bears. Martin curling around, goes to the overhand just wide of the mark. Vanderzalm battling for it. But Van Scheppen's going to come away with it. And the Express now will move it up over the timeline. 8.5 to go. Sunderland. He'll wait. Chellen will jump in on that right side. And they'll start from Gretzky's office. Looking for something, flip up Menzies. Way too late. But Campbell able to recover. Good job to get a stick on it. But Campbell, again, good persistence. He's going to try to duck in. Good save by Benedict. And back the other way come the Bears. Mohawk looking for some room. Instead was looking for DeWitt Martin. Martin still wide open. Vanderzalm didn't see him trying to swim his way out of some trouble. Does recover. Gets it back up to the top for a reset. Still swinging around to Miller on that left side. Whiteford looking for an opening. Good defense by Aki. Trying to flip. Kick out. That shot from DeWitt Martin wide of the mark. No reset. Dying seconds. Dumped down and quick shot wide as well. 7.5 minutes to go here, third quarter. They'll work at Sutherland. Sutherland looking for some room, gets it over to Geoffroy. Geoffroy has big Wayne Hill on him. Geoffroy goes to the bounce. Easy save by Benedict. And a flip up. And Halliday now will try to work it over the timeline. Swings it over to that left side. Whiteford waits for the rest of the offense. Has DeWitt Martin. Martin trying to make a move. Volkov on him. Volkov, good solid cross checks. Gets it out. Bombury from way out wrong stick side. That's well wide of the mark. Ball stays. Whiteford dumps it down, and they try to tuck it over. Did Marcus Curry. Bombury bails him out. No reset. So that's going to be a shot clock violation. And with 6:42 to go, that's going to take us to our officials' timeout. What do you got?
Two players right there on Brampton had a chance to pick up the ball, get it out of trouble, not get him another shot for Ohsweken. Both of them tried to run before they had the ball in their stick. Got to get the ball first.
Well, you're awfully tough on them, Coach. I understand that, and you're right, because regardless of the score, you always got to fundamentals.
Right.
Are always fundamentals. I think maybe they got a little ahead of themselves there. I don't think that the coaching staff for the Express are in panic mode. I think that bench is pretty much composed and well in control.
And again, it's just. Now, I don't want to say the critical nature of the way I am, but it's
the critical nature of who you are.
It's the little things that win games. And you know that. Doesn't matter what sport it is, it's the little things that come down in close games to winning you those games. And by both guys missing that ball with the opportunity to pick it up, get it out of their zone, and not give them 1-2 more chances at a shot on net, in a tight game, that could come down to a big problem.
Right, you should play the blowout games the same way you play the tight games, so I agree with you. You're a tough coach, though, I will say that. But no disagreement as far as that goes. Good habits are good habits. You should keep them all the way through, and that's just the bottom line, as Sunderland will start it off and work it over to Menzies on that right side. Chullen there as well. He's going to curl up on the interchange, kick it back over Jaminski. Looking for something, and Jaminski able to go right in. Good save by Benedict. Rebound picked up by Chullen. Fresh clock for the Express. They'll swing it around again. Left side, Ryan Campbell. Good skip. Menzies trying to duck his way in. Henry knocks it away. Menzies recovers. Has an opening. Good fake. Goes to the bounce. Good save, Benedict. And the Bears now will try and move it up. Wayne Hill. Snaps one to Bombury. Bombury's going to have to hurry. Gets it over the timeline. Flip. Dan Miller couldn't handle it. Halliday will retrieve it. Get it to Estrad.
That's one of those little things like that will drive Ron Mauser crazy. Take the time to make the proper pass.
Kaminsky trying to get a step. Curry on him. Get pass looking from Nakamura again. Picked up Vanderzalm. Vanderzalm now. One-on-one. Vanderzalm got the size advantage. Splits two. Vanderzalm, and good job by Van Scheppen to help close that door, as him and Sunderland able to keep Vanderzalm from getting off a good quality shot there. And now they'll go back to work on offense. Geoffroy looking for that screen and roll with Jaminski. Jaminski sets a couple screens. Geoffroy with a couple good stick fakes on target. And that one's picked up. Jaminski again. And he does a good job to knock that from going into the crease. And now working behind the net. Sunderland. He'll go to the sidearm on target. Good save, Benedict. We're under 5 minutes now to go here, third quarter. Nothing doing for Mohawk as he had that taken away. Vanderzalm tried to knock it out of Jonah Beam's stick. Beam came away with it. Now Board will settle it down. Age Board. Hats off, though, to the Ohsweken Bears, undermanned here in this game. Still fighting as that one goes off a defender. I think Dan Miller may have gotten a piece of that. If you're not a goalie, you certainly don't want to play that position inadvertently as Miller
I want to
bounces
play it
off
anytime.
That's right. That one almost deflected right in. As Curry has a man on, but Volkov now getting the Jets going, moves it up to Estrat. 2-on-2. He'll think better of it and wait for some offensive help, and it comes in the form of Cody Menzies. Menzies. Skip pass, and they'll work it over to Jaminski. Keep it on this left side here and kick it back. Gillis. Good passing. Nakamura flip back. Another flip. 5 on the shot clock. Give and go. Gone and went. Rebound. Menzies right there. Good save and quick outlet. And some great defense by Jordan Medeiros as he closed that gap and forced a turnover. Everything seems to be going right for the Express here, both offensively and defensively. Cullen swinging around. Sunderland looking for Shanahan. Shanahan ducks in, tried to work that top corner, got his own rebound, trying to curl around. 5 on the shot clock. Hill on him. James Shanahan takes a hard hit from Big Wayne Hill, and that's going to be a shot clock violation. Good shift for Shanahan, and Halliday now for the Bears as we inch toward the 2.5-minute mark.
One thing right now I'd like to see the Brampton coaches talk to their players about, both offense and defensively. When in the first half, when they lost or gained possession of the ball, they came to the bench with a purpose. They were coming hard. They're kind of taking their time now and jogging to the bench. That's a bad habit to get into.
Now, are they
That's
jogging
because
they may be a little tired because they're undermanned? Well, no. You're right. You're talking Brampton, so agree. Going to have a penalty here on a high sticking call as Horsley is going to be the guilty party.
And again, that's probably me being my critical self that's the coaching coming out in me where I notice things like that where that's the time where bad habits develop. You got to make yourself do what you would do normally.
Well, there's always something with you, so don't be so hard on yourself. It's okay. You got other people to do that for you. Miller.
Right beside me.
Just trying to help. Everyone's got to have a role on the team. Stepping into that one, and good save made by Nagy as Jonah Mohawk unleashed a good overhand. Now the Express on the run. Gage board. Estrat. Off the post, and did he ever ring it off that post? And they collect the rebound. Board. Going to circle around. Board. Wrong six side. Post. Back in. Short-handed marker.
4 for Gage. And I'm looking at the players from Ohsweken coming off the floor, and they are just like they don't. It's almost like, what's going on? But once again, that's a situation where Brampton never stopped their feet from moving. Gage came out of the corner, made 3 or 4 fakes. First off, with 2 guys standing in front of that net, one of those guys has got to take him. You can't do that.
Possession off the face-off, going to go to the Bears. With 1:15 to go in the power play, and tough evening for this Ohsweken team as they continue to battle hard. Whiteford out there, Miller, and that one goes off the stick, and possession will stay right here with the Bears. Bomber and Miller on that left side. Whiteford's at the top. DeWitt Martin and Vanderzalm on the right side. Vanderzalm looking to kick it back out, and a good job by Whiteford to track that down. Under a minute to go. Martin. And Miller almost had that rebound off the carom, but Nagy snags it instead. Good move right there by Medeiros to avoid a defender. And now Geoffroy. And like there's going to be too many men on the floor of the call, and they're opening up that Brampton penalty box, and
the defender from Brampton came to the bench. Somebody went out offensively, and all of a sudden, before they could grab the guy back, the defender realized he'd left the guy standing all by himself back in their end, and he just automatically went back out. That's what you call mental mistake. It happens.
Sitting on the floor, Bombury now back to work. Martin, as they'll work that four-man game. Good passing. Miller tried to bounce that in the top corner. Fresh 30 here for the Bears. Good stick fake, and Nagy, beauty, save with the right arm. And now Brampton on the run with numbers. Estrad always moving, always in high gear, and quickly down. Quick chance, and Mohawk just unleashed it, but Nagy there to make the save, and the Express now move it up, dying seconds of the quarter, and that's all she wrote. 3 quarters are in the books here at Memorial. 16-3, Brampton will be back with the fourth. Welcome back. As they say, you
Back.
Can't pick your family, but you can pick your friends. Well, sometimes you don't have a choice who's in the booth with you. So you just got to make the best of it, as the Express are making the best of this game here. Minute 15 to go in the man short situation on the too many men penalty. And Brampton, of course, holding the Ohsweken Bears scoreless in that third quarter. They've added 3 to their tally, and no need for them to get too carried away. Just be smart here as Volkov weaving his way through, and almost, except Benedict had a different idea, but that was a great rush there by Volkov.
Everything went perfect until the last 2 strides.
Whit Martin working with Danton Miller, 2-man game, kick out. Wayne Hill cutting through the middle. That one's knocked down. Marcus Curry, flip up. Hill zips one out. Big shot from Mohawk. Rebound picked up. And Aki had it, but he ran into Mohawk. And that was like running into a moving vehicle. Ball loose, and a good job by Aki. He'll get it up. It's Board. Board. Bomber trying to recover. Gage Board.
Wow.
Money in the bank.
What a great job by the two Brampton players fighting in the corner for the loose ball. And they come up with it just quick enough out of the corner of his eye. He saw Board, who had taken the break, assuming 2-on-1, we're going to get the ball. That's smart lacrosse.
Boy, he made that look easy. Board came in with 12 goals, now has 5 in this game, 17 total, but came in averaging just over 4 points a game.
So he's right on pace pretty much.
Impressive as it is. Wayne Hill trying to turn the corner. That hard, heavy bounce shot. Good save there, and looks like it will go back up the other way. And it will with the Express. Grminski will settle it down. And you can bet that the Express be a little more deliberate on offense. No need to try to convert every fast break. Work your offense, give guys a touch. Because there are going to be games when you're going to have to use that full clock on your offensive sets. Good defense there by the Bears.
And there's a time, that's the time to practice it when you're in a game like this. Use it, utilize it as working situations. That's what you want to do as a coach.
Van der Zalm. He'll swing it back out. Whiteford. Whiteford's been quiet here in this game. Comes in, good shot, steered aside. And I tell you, no surprise why Lucas Nagy's got the best goals against in the league, as he is some kind of stingy and doesn't give up a whole lot. Bears back to work on offense, trying to solve Nagy. They've only done it 3 times, and now it's Hill working one-on-one. Going to try to swim through 2, and ran out of real estate there as Estrat came over to help. And that was some valuable help. When you got Wayne Hill, you need 2. 1 is not enough.
2 might not be enough.
Two puts you on the border, gives you maybe a chance. You're right. Looking to turn the corner, zip it over to Sunderland. Looking for an opening. Ill-advised pass as that goes up. Bears now countering the other way. Doolittle gets it over to Martin. DeWitt Martin. This shovel. Big overhand. That's wide of the mark. And Volkov now, if he gets a head of steam going, he's tough. And dumps it down low. 1-2. Good save right there. And I'm looking at
that great scoring machine, Brock Boyle.
Get off Brock Boyle. I like Brock Boyle.
I love Brock. Don't get me wrong.
And
I'll tell you what.
He's the guy that's
when he
going to
hears
take
that,
care of all
I'll
that.
hear about it. When he hears that, he'll hear about it.
Well, good. And Brock, you just know that it was him, not me. All right.
Not a problem.
So
I take full responsibility, Brock.
You do that. All right. I'm on your side, Brock. Okay. Brock does all those little things, the dirty stuff. He's in there making sure. Board, kick it over on the skip. Nakamura hasn't been able to shed a defender, but learning a lot as getting more time on the carpet than he usually does, as now it's Menzies. Swing around, 5 on the shot clock. Board, quick one, and Jaminski gets it, but his shot stopped. Bears now, and I think the Bears have just, unfortunately with the short bench, have just kind of run out of gas here. 10.5 to go here in this fourth quarter, and you knew the issue was going to be, Blair, they started off pretty even in the first quarter, although Brampton, of course, had the lead. Second, you started to feel that Brampton was going to take complete control of the game, and they did. The third, they went scoreless, so that tells you there where they're at. And now here in the fourth with 10 minutes to go, struggling now just with their legs.
It's either one of 2 things. Either they're at the point where they're now trying too hard to push to the net and not taking the proper shots, or you're right. It's just there's nothing left in the tank.
I just think they're tired, and that's just you know, the way this game's played and with this Brampton team, the way they move the ball,
Yeah.
they really challenge. They challenge your fitness level. They challenge your skill level, just based, and that's at both ends, offense or defense.
100%.
Good job as Board there. I like that because Board fed Nakamura. Nakamura didn't handle the pass last possession. This possession, Board comes right back and zips another one to him. He doesn't handle it again, but I like that's what your captain does.
You got it.
You're going to take this until you get it.
You somehow have to build that confidence up. I know it's tough, but you got to do it.
Yep, and again, not a bad game to do it as Horsley now moves in the offensive end, dumps it over, and Medeiros was looking across. And I'd like to see Brock finish one as he was almost on the end of that play there. Henry on the run. Good
What
save.
year is this? What year is this?
19. What?
Well, that might be the next year you're going to see Brock finish one.
Listen, don't you worry about Brock. He'll get one. He'll get one before you add another gray hair to your head, all right?
Or lose one.
Either way, checks and balances. 8.5 to go here. Tell you, sometimes you just can't pick your broadcast partner either. Got to take it for what it is.
And as I say, like Brock and I go way back, and I love the way Brock plays the game.
Yeah, but don't hold it against the guy.
I don't.
Jeez. Give and go, and that
Board,
was picture
number
perfect.
6.
Man, oh man, that was well done by the Express. They continue to share the rubber.
And here you go again. It makes so much of an easier game when the ball moves and you don't have to. You give the ball early, you get it back. That makes it such an easy game to play rather than try to beat 3 guys. Give him the ball early, take 2 steps. Now you're by the guy. The guy's got his back to you. You got the momentum going. You're going to have that situation.
Ron Mouser Henry calling timeout for his Bears with 8 minutes, 11 seconds to go here. And let's look ahead at tomorrow's matchups, Blair, if we will. And you got Toronto and Oshawa, third place team, second place team, identical records, 6-2. What do you foresee coming out of that one?
Well, Oshawa played last week without Luke Laskowitz. That's a big thing for them. I mean, he is a big part of the right-hand side offense.
Agree.
As far as I think you and I, the games we've done of Toronto, they are amazing at moving the ball, and they are a team that I don't care who the opposition is, you cannot give them power plays.
Probably the quickest team
and
in
they
the league
have
for sure.
they have any one of 4 or 5 guys that can eat you alive. Starts with Dance and goes from there. You got Dance, you got Pfeiffer. I mean, you got Williams. I mean, they have
of weapons,
an extremely strong team, and I think it's going to take a lot somebody to actually knock them off.
Okay, let me ask you then. Peterborough taking on Whitby. Whitby 6-2, winners of 4 straight. They right now are the hottest team in the Arena Lacrosse League. What are your thoughts on the Whitby squad?
Whoa.
How about Marcus Curry? Put a little Curry in that roti there, and a good finish.
Thank you very much.
As Curry on the score sheet.
And for your top goalie in the league at this point in time, I can, again, guarantee you that's one nag he wants to have back from like 40 feet out, and it was just a rocket. But to go back to your other thought, Whitby, it depends on which team shows up, whether it's the team that wants to play lacrosse or the team that wants to fill the penalty box. Because they can play it both ways, don't get me wrong, but when they play it the other way, it hurts them. Man for man, 5-on-5, they are as strong as any other team in this league.
Okay. We shall see as Menzies picks it up. Goes to the sidearm. Good save by Benedict. Sliding across. Marcus Curry, that was his second goal of the game. He has been responsible for half the offensive output of the Bears. Dan Miller, good fake. Duck in. Tried to feather that one in the far corner, but shot it wide. And Nagy now with an outlet pass. Just over 7 minutes to go.
We got a high stick coming.
Fourth
Look
quarter.
at Nagy motoring to the bench.
Good hustle there, and again, good habits as Jerminski now, 10 on the shot clock. Menzies in for the extra attacker. Quick stick finish on the doorstep by Campbell. And a good save there by Benedict, but another penalty will go to the Bears. Just their second penalty given, and it's an illegal cross-check, and with 6:46 to go, that will take us to our officials' timeout, and you can see there just a little high on Campbell, and Vanderzalm sort of saying,
And if we can run the replay from the quick stick on the crease, Ryan Campbell, when he let that shot go, he looked straight up in the air like, how did that not go in the net?
Listen, I don't want you picking on Ryan Campbell, okay? I'm just telling you right there. I know that you guys have the same last name, but
Here you go. Look at this.
Okay.
Watch this. No hesitation, and he's like, "Oh, you gotta be kidding me."
Well, how many of those does he want in the game? Anyway, he just got one 2 goals ago.
I'll take 12 of them.
That's it. That's it. So I shouldn't have said anything about family or picking or anything. That's my own fault.
Hey, listen,
So,
I'm as hard on him as I am good
you're
on him.
harder on him than anybody else. Yes, without a doubt. So we'll leave that at that. And luckily for you, he still calls you Dad. Back to work on OR.
Yeah, amongst other things.
Well, that's what everybody else calls you. That one knocked down, and Henry doing a good job fighting for it. Does a good job, good hustle. And Gage Board doesn't need no stick. And Henry off the post. And a good job by Miller. Miller now trying to duck in. Trying to work something short-handed. Get some help. Curry going to try to turn the corner. Curry underhand. Steered aside with the glove. Nagy feeling it, boy. He has been good. Real good. And Brampton now will wait for the offensive unit to come on out. Go back to work on the power play. Campbell out there on that left side with Shanahan. Sunderland will take over the top. Nakamura and Menzies on that right side. Interchange. 10 on the shot clock. Bullet by Sunderland.
Was it ever?
Ooh, he doesn't shoot at anything but bullets. So
did you hear that sound from up here? We were like 100 feet away, 50, 80 feet away, and, man, it sounded like it was right beside us.
Kid can shoot the ball.
Oh,
and
no.
Speaking of shoot the ball, well done there by Spencer Martin as he went to a good, solid overhand.
Oh, did he ever.
And I tell you, so Nagy stopped everything, underhands, backhand, sidearms, but come back, good old-fashioned overhands.
He stopped everything on top of the crease, but anything like 40 feet out, it's been his nemesis in this game so far. I mean, there's not a whole lot a goalie can do with a perfectly placed shot, and that's exactly what that was. It was perfectly placed in the lower corner.
Reed there off the draw. High step in Martin, and he was looking for Board. Board recovers. And now they'll set it up. 18-5 Express with just over 5 minutes to go here. And Campbell, gap in the box, looking for an opening, goes to the bounce shot. Good save by Benedict. Rebound, fresh clock for the Express. Swing over. Campbell now back at the top. Going to dump it Sutherland. I'll tell you, he's moving, he's creeping in. Kicks it back out. Dying seconds of the penalty. That went off the post. Rebound picked up. And Keane's back to full strength. Chullen going to log it out, and they'll swing it back around to Campbell. 5 on the shot clock. Sutherland. And they're saying to keep playing. The count was manual. They went back to the other shot clock. And instead, Nagy will scoop it up, and a good outlet pass kept in bounds, and a good job there by Board.
Our right-hand shot clock was at 17. This one was at 0.
Hence the communication. Menzies. Big curl out. Look across to Campbell. Campbell. Halliday on him. Forces him out. Gets a screen. Some help. Dodges a check. Gets it to McDonald. He's going to let it go. Good glove save there. And now trying in transition. A pass on the money. That's going to be a legal cross-check.
No.
And
That very well could have been an illegal cross-check.
I think maybe with 3:48 to go, they may have let that one slide and gave the possession to the Bears. Curry will swing it around. Mohawk looking for something. Curry tried to slide that one in the far corner. Dump back down in traffic. Beauty finish there on the doorstep by Sundown.
Absolutely great tiptoe on the crease. Great tiptoe by Sundown. And I see him collecting the ball there. So that's one of those that may be his first goal in the NLL. Good for him. Collects the ball. But he did an absolute great job right here. Look on the rebound off the backboards, and did a great job spreading his feet and tiptoeing that line.
I do like the feed from Jonah Mohawk. Able to see him down on that crease after the defender vacated that, and now trying again, going to the bounce shot, wrong stick side, angle change, ball up, loose, Whiteford battling for it, and a scrum on the half boards on that left side. Estrat in there as well, battling for it, as is Henry, and Estrat had it momentarily. Now Vanderzon. And
ball was not in the stick.
And wide open Sutherland. And there is nothing a goaltender can do about that.
And for the guy that is second in the league in goals right now, that's only his second goal of the game. And you know what? Other than you take Gage boards out of the mix, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4 guys with 2 goals each.
Well, we also don't know. We don't have the assist total, as Sutherland came in with 24 helpers. So this is a kid averaging almost 6 points a game. And I think if we check that game sheet, I'm pretty sure he's got at least 5 assists here.
Pretty close.
To go along with those 2 goals. So he's doing what he does and doing it well.
The thing I was trying to get across, too, is they're spreading it out, which is hard to defend against. You can't just watch one guy.
That's what we talked about earlier, about them sharing the wealth and being dangerous at both ends. And that's what happens when you're a team. You got your opponent, if they're dangerous in offense and in defense, that makes things difficult. Vanderzon transition. Miller finally gets that bounce shot to go. Top corner. Took a good feed from Isaac Vanderzon and parked his first of the game.
And that's exactly right. Defensively, Brock Boyle couldn't have played this any better. He stood up, spread out the D, stayed with Miller, and Miller just used him as a screen and bounced it right around his shoulder.
I don't even know why you even brought Boyle into that. All he was standing there defending. It was just a good shot.
That's what I'm saying. He did a good job.
You're picking on the guy. You're picking on the guy.
No, I'm not. I said he did a good job. He did a right job. It's just he was a great shot with using him as a
kind of backhanded compliment
screen.
You got going there, Mr. Campbell. As we're under 2 minutes to go here. And Chellin let that go. Good save, Benedict. Rebound to the Express. They have claimed a majority of the loose balls here in this game. And now Geoffroy. Good save there. As a bit of a shooting gallery now on Benedict, and he's responded nicely. 3 good saves from point blank. And it will roll down into the offensive end for Ohsweken with 1:35 to go.
1:35 to go right now is just keep everybody in this gray sweaters healthy and nobody get hurt.
So it looks like the Express are going to improve their record to 7-2. They'll be in sole possession of first place at least until tomorrow. And the Ohsweken Bears, with the loss, they will fall to 1-7. And they'll still be optimistic about their chances leading up to the final weeks of the season and into the playoffs. And you can bet any team that Ron Mouser Henry coaches will be ready to play. As Sutherland behind that net, we're under a minute now. And Vanderzalm. Expect any big pushes here. He's going to take that shot, find the mark. So Isaac Vanderzalm, the transition specialist, had to play a little more offense than usual in this game. But give him some credit as he's logged a lot of time on the carpet.
And once again, with Nagy, another shot from 35 feet out. I don't know. You can't fault the good shots. But by the same token, when that's, 4 of 8 that have come from 40 feet out, you got to be thinking.
Blair, the guy's goals against is 9,
I'm
and
not
he's allowed 8.
Yeah.
20 seconds left. Coach, cut him a little slack, Coach. Cut him a little slack. Nakamura. And he got a good shot off, but a good save by Benedict. Dying seconds now, 10 seconds to go. Bombury will think better of it. No sense in doing anything foolish here, as that buzzer will do it. And the Express with a convincing 19-8 win. They up their record now to 7-2. They sit atop the Arena Lacrosse League standings. The Bears,
for a day.
1-7. Final thoughts before we go.
They sit on top for one day because one of the two teams tomorrow is going to be tied with them. Gotta happen.
As short-lived as it may be. We'll continue with Week 9 tomorrow again, right back here. Toronto, Oshawa on the tilt. That's going to do it for us tonight for JVI Productions. My partner, Blair Campbell. I'm Lance Wynn. We'll see you next time. Remember, the Arena Lacrosse League, every child matters. Have yourself a good night.